Hi guys, I'm just back to do another quick update from my last video. I hope you're all doing well. A few of you requested to get an actual proper close-up of the Mara, so I'm going to do that kind of closer to the end of the video. But I thought I would give an update on kind of how I'm doing in general. So I went to see the dentist or the orthodontist about a week ago now, and she replaced the elbows in the Mara, which is basically like the little hooks, which I'll show you later. They were just a little bit bigger than the initial ones I had because she wanted me to kind of get used to having it in my mouth. Because I mean, it's a lot of stuff to have, and to work around and to keep clean. And that's something I want to touch on as well. Obviously, dental hygiene is really, really important. And with all of the additional brackets and everything in your mouth, there has to be a little bit of a change with your hygiene routine. So I'm sure if you look back on the first video, you can see that I'm speaking a lot easier than I was initially. At first, because it was kind of tender and sore and still getting used to it, I couldn't really open my mouth very much. I had quite a heavy lisp, which has still improved. It's still there, I mean, but it's improved. I'm finding that it's a lot easier to eat. I'm able to kind of nearly eat everything I was in my kind of, standard normal diet. I am eating a plant-based diet, so I don't have to eat anything chewy, like kind of like chewy meat or kind of anything too heavy anyway. I still can't eat anything too crunchy or chewy, anything that could kind of get stuck in the braces, but that's kind of just for braces in general, not just the Mara. So what I thought I'd do is I'd show you what I've been doing to keep them clean, because I also saw the hygienist on Wednesday, and she said that I've been doing really well. So obviously they're clean. I've been looking after them well, and I thought it would be good to show you kind of what I do. Also as well, the orthodontist has now added in some like rubber bands to my braces. I think that's a separate thing to the Mara, just the braces. So I mean, if you're interested in just the standard braces procedure as well, I mean, I'll just kind of lump them in together. So I am brushing with a manual toothbrush. You can use an electric toothbrush, but I find that they're just a little bit heavier. You have more control with the manual toothbrush about like being able to brush gently. And I'll show you as well, there's elastic bands that are keeping part of the Mara in place. And if you're kind of brushing too heavily, they can pop off. They're easy to reapply. You will need a tweezers to do it, and you'll need a tweezers to put in the elastic bands to your braces as well. And I'll show you how I do that. But after I brush, I floss. I use an unwaxed floss. I prefer that. A lot of people say that wax floss is better because it doesn't tend to shred apart from the braces, but I find that the waxed ones are like almost too thin. I can't get them through. So the way I floss the top brace is I just pop it under like that, grab it, and then you can floss as normal. So it's a little bit trickier on the bottom brackets. So what I do for the bottom brackets is I use one of these. It's an interdental brush. They come in different sizes, so you can find which size suits you. This one works perfectly for me. I think this is a size 1. But what I do is I take the cap of your mouthwash and I dip it into the mouthwash, and then what I do is I just put it in between my bottom teeth, so like this. Can you see that? Just along. Oh, there you go. And I'll kind of rinse it off, dip it back into the mouthwash, do all my kind of bottom teeth. Then I have a bigger sized interdental brush. This guy is huge, but he is basically to clean the actual bracket itself, not in between your teeth. Do not put this in between your teeth, that'll hurt. But basically you put it in between your bracket like this. So you're cleaning all of the actual, like the wire, because the wire can get gross if you're not cleaning that. Like, I mean, standard brushing isn't going to do it. So like that. So I think you get a couple in a pack. They're expensive enough. I think they're like €5 or €6 for a pack. Over here, you can get them in any pharmacy. I also found these. I'll show you now. They come in like a little set like this. They're not as good. Like I kind of find they're like a rubber rather than like a bristle. And I don't personally like putting that in between my gum line, but they're probably good for like if anything's stuck. So again, along the top of the wire, and you know yourself. Just good to get kind of any excess food or kind of whatever. And then I'll finish off by just swishing around my mouthwash. And that is my hygiene routine. So I will do a quick close-up now of the Mara. I obviously won't be able to talk because I have to use both my hands and will have my mouth open. But I'll kind of just give you like an insight into what it all looks like. And then I'll show you with my tweezers how I put on my rubber bands for the braces. So I'll show you actually what they look like now. Obviously make sure that you wash your hands. I know that's probably no brainer, but still wash your hands. So they look like these little tiny things. And I know they look tiny, but they're like really stretchy. So and the dentist did say, or the orthodontist, I keep calling her the dentist, she said if they snap or they break or you swallow one, don't worry. Apparently it happens all the time. So okay, Mara close up. So I'll show you now. Sorry. I don't know, should I explain what it like actually is first? So basically they put a metal cap around my 2 top molars, which has a wire running like kind of into my palate. And then attached to that by elastic bands are these like hooks. They call them elbows. And then the bottom, there are metal caps over 2 of my bottom teeth, and there's a wire running behind my bottom teeth. And essentially, the way it works is that the only way I can close my teeth is in a forward motion, because the elbow stops my back teeth from going backward the way they were initially positioned before the Mara was put in. So I'll show you now. We'll start with the top and then move down from the bottom. Can you see? It looks a bit dark. I don't know how to brighten this. Let me see if it's better this way. Oh. So I also want to show you, so obviously the way, lipstick all over my face now. The way my teeth are now closing and the elastic bands that I now have to place on my braces is to help my teeth close together as well. So basically my molars aren't as like up as they should be. It's actually called they need to erupt. So my teeth need to erupt, basically, like a volcano. But if you can see, I'll show you now. When I close my teeth, this is as far as I can close my teeth. This is as close as they touch. That's why you will initially struggle to chew and eat, because your teeth aren't actually coming into full contact with each other. So this is what my teeth look like closed at the moment. So as you can see, there's a huge gap here and there's a huge gap here. And when you put the bands on, they're like essentially pulling the teeth closer together. So I'll show you how I put those on now. So she told me to put them on in the evening after I've eaten, after I've brushed, and kind of just to put them on in the evening and then wear them throughout the night while you're asleep. And I find that when I wake up, my teeth are quite tender, like almost as if the braces have been adjusted. Like they're kind of just kind of feels like somebody's just giving them a bang. It's kind of the only way I can describe it. Let me see. I'm just peeking them out with my tweezers. Okay. So I'll put the first one on. So, depending on your own personal journey, your orthodontist may have rubber bands positioned in a completely different way. This is just how I need to put them on at the moment. So yeah, I'll show you now. But I have to put them down on like 3 teeth at the bottom and attach the 2 at the top. So there we go. Ta-da! Where did the one go? Yes, so it's actually not that bad. And I can only assume, I know she said like to put them on in the evening and to wear them at night, but kind of probably to do with convenience. But I imagine that like the more you wear them, the quicker your result is going to be. So she asked to see me again before Christmas. So like in less than a month, I'm going to be back in again. And I'd say it's just for her to check my progress, to see that everything's kind of, you know, just that I'm doing it right and that everything's okay. And another thing as well, just to factor in, I don't know about costs in different countries, but in Ireland, it costs like anywhere between 50 to 60 euro to see a hygienist. And I was advised that I'll most likely have to see the hygienist like every 3 months. So like that's a big expense to factor in, 60 quid every 3 months just for a clean alone. And then, I mean, that's probably already within your budget. I mean, I'm sure you're buying toothpaste and floss and mouthwash kind of in your normal shop anyway, but to add in the likes of the interdental brushes. Now, don't forget, like you can reuse these, as long as you keep them clean. That's what the little caps are for. Like rinse them off and put the cap on. If you were to throw it into a bowl with some boiling water, you know, bacteria is gone. It's just the case where you replace them because they naturally over time they start to wear down. So the bristles are fresh. Sorry. Bristles are fresh now. That's gone, not in focus. But yeah, but they wear it down. And you know, actually, I'm being silly. It's the big fat one. It's easier to see, yeah. But obviously, as they like start to bend and break down and stuff, like and like kind of, you know, have you ever seen somebody's toothbrush where they've like brushed their teeth to death and the toothbrush is like completely squashed? So anyway, I digress. I want to put this guy back in. So the other side, I mean. Oh crap. I always find it harder on this side. I think it's because the other band's already in. Is that alright? Yes. So. Look crazy. But that's basically it. I hope that the close-up was detailed enough. If it wasn't, let me know and I'll like try get my fiance to like flip the camera around and like put the flash on. Maybe that would be better. Like a proper close-up with the flash on. Like, I don't know. Can you see enough? Ooh. Sorry, just nearly knocked over my whole table. So, do you see that little blue? So hard to talk with doing that. Do you see the little blue rubber band? That's what I mean is holding on the elbow. I'm going to take these off and try show you again. Sorry, this video is a little bit all over the place. You see how easy the bands come out though? So that's good. They don't And I was afraid that, like, when she said that, she was like, don't worry if they snap. And I was like, oh my God, are they going to like snap in my mouth? I was like, that sounds sore. But they haven't so far. And I'm the type where I'd be quite cautious. But I actually think that they can take a little bit more wear and tear than you think. So let me just get up a little bit closer to the light. Let me see. If I can brighten my phone, maybe that might help. Sorry, I'm literally just recording this off like a Samsung phone. And then let me see if you can see the top of my mouth. Okay. Hopefully that was enough of a close-up and enough information. And if anybody has any questions, let me know. Just put the comments down below. I'm more than happy to show you, you know, more updates as we go on. If there's any kind of changes, I'm still kind of figuring out how to upload these. I'm like very much a newbie to YouTube, so bear with me. If I can try to edit a video where like I do like a proper close-up and I do a voiceover, maybe that might be a little bit easier and a little bit more instructive. So I will work on that. And if I have any updates and changes from the orthodontist in the meantime, I'll let you know. I'll do another update maybe the end of December, after I've had the follow-up with the orthodontist then. So yeah, let me know if that was helpful. Thumbs up if it was. Comments if you have any questions. And yeah, hopefully I'll have another video up soon. Bye.